I've got the Vivacious Virgo 2024 horoscope. A lot of things happening this year for everyone, but we'll talk mostly about Pluto going into Aquarius again, and also Jupiter into Gemini, and your ruler Mercury being retrograde. Let's go to the board now and have a look. And if you're watching, please leave a like and a comment. That would help me a lot. That would be fabulous. But firstly, we're going to draw the 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the year for you, lovely Virgo. Chains. The chains are being stretched, I can see. These are the chains that bind you and keep you fixated or keep you stuck in a position. They're being stretched. It's like you're growing. You've outgrown something. I can feel something in my chest actually now as I'm talking. It's coming up. I can feel it moving, coming up the chest. It'll come into your throat as time goes on, and you'll be talking about it. It's a very deep, hidden sort of energy around emotions like grief or sadness, because now there's sort of tears forming in my eyes, so I know it's along those lines. It could be loss, great loss that you've suffered in some way, and for some reason it's been down in your body, but it is coming up. The card that comes up is the King of Pentacles. It's around your money supply, and maybe things around money in some way were not fair. It wasn't fair what happened, and the money that you should have got, you didn't get. Hope this makes sense to some of you at least. The King of Pentacles is coming. This is going to help you with your money supply. There's a time of great harvest coming. Somehow money could come to you. You'll see the king here. He's a master of money, and he's wearing the great colour aubergine, which is to do with the third eye. So pay attention to your intuition, your psychic ability. Your clairvoyance might start up and get very strong around money. That's the first half of the year. You'll see here we have a major thing going on in both your personal money supply and also the money that you share with other people. But I will talk more about this directly. But the King of Pentacles fits very much into these astrological events. Second half of the year, what do I see for you, Vivacious Virgo? I'm seeing that comes out. It's all about communications. What I'm seeing, however, is the Sagittarius glyph. So it's a woman here with a bow and arrow, pointing the arrow into the air, and she lets it fly to find its mark. So you're on target. This is about socializing, going out, having fun, even if it's with people who are quite different to you. But you'll see here they're all in the fish's mouth, and so there's some sort of bountiful outcomes or connections with other people. Socializing is great, and even if you don't agree on everything, because these are 3 completely different people, there's a spiritual connection with a group or with certain people that you socialize with. So that's second half of the year, and you probably, in the second half, you might even be having opportunities for socializing that is more than you would normally have, and you might be juggling things to get around. You social butterfly, you. You've also, to start the year, you've also got the sun there. You could be socializing at the beginning of the year because the sun brings a lot of happiness here in your leisure. I'll only just touch on the eclipses because you're not directly affected by those, and we can have very long videos, and everybody's busy these days, and I want to concentrate on your ruler Mercury going retrograde. But yeah, there are 2 solar and 2 lunar eclipses this year in Aries and Libra, and also the lunar eclipse on the 17th of September is in Pisces. But the big theme for everybody is us and them. So it's about relationships. For you, those relationships are somehow tied in with money. And this is this card here I was talking about. So you've got a solar eclipse, new beginnings in your personal money zone on the, where are we, solar eclipse 2nd of October, that one is. And you've also got a shake-up in your personal money zone, and that's on the 25th of March. And it's to do with your experience, your history, the way that you've always dealt with money. But there's also another thing going on here with a new beginning in investments or real estate. The North Node there is sort of calling you to have a look at what you do with your money. How do you invest your money? There could be something to do with taxes, inheritances, wills, or superannuation or 401k. But it's like in the past, because Chiron's there may have been some pain or some hurt caused. But this is in the process of healing. So the wounded healer Chiron brings these matters up so we can actually deal with them and heal ourselves. So it's a big year for your money this year. Pluto's going into Aquarius on the 20th of January to the 1st of September, and then again 10 or so weeks later on the 19th of November to the 8th of March 2043. So that's like 20 years. This is going to bring huge transformations around your everyday work. You could retire, for example. Your habits and routines will be transformed. It's also to do with your health and your well-being. So time to start thinking about how you can improve your health now. Don't wait 20 years and then think, oh, I've got this problem, how do I fix it? Start right now looking at ways you can improve your health, whether it's just simple ways like cut out sugar, cut out bread. I know that's a really hard one. Oh, something I've thought about doing, because I don't really trust the flour that you buy. I've been growing some wheat. It's the processing, though. I've got to get over the processing of the raw wheat into flour. It's quite a complicated thing. So, but maybe there's people that can process the wheat into flour for you. So growing your own wheat, then what goes into your flour, and then you can make bread, and you can probably eat it, depending on if you've got a gluten intolerance or not. Not everybody does, but some people do. So these sorts of ideas, how can you transform your health? That's what you need to look at. Or how can you transform your normal everyday routine? If it might be something simple, walk for half an hour in the morning. As soon as you get up, go outside and walk for half an hour. Something like that, but it's major. Then we have Jupiter going into Gemini for just over 12 and a half months, from the 25th of May through to the 9th of June 2025. And this is in your most public area of your life. It's going to conjunct at some stage. It's going to conjunct your MC, so you discover your life mission. Maybe your life mission gets tweaked, but it becomes much bigger. How can you share your message with the world? How can you really be authentically you and have the career of your dreams? These are the sorts of questions you can ask yourself. And also with Jupiter going here, it brings good luck as well. And any issues you may have had with authority figure can be smoothed out, and you can grow your relationship with authority figures. It could be someone like your mother, for example. Traditionally, this house was associated with the mother, but these days, with different roles that we all play, it could equally be your father. So parents could come into the mix here with what happens. So it's good news. Whichever way you look at it, it's positive, it's optimistic, and it's lucky around your life mission, your direction, your overall direction in life, and your paid career if you have one. If you're on social media, status and like public visibility also comes into this, so it brings good luck there too. Now, on to Mercury retrograde, your leader, I was going to say. It's ruler. It's your ruling planet. We start the year on the 1st of January with Mercury turning direct, which is fabulous for clear communications and clear thinking. If you've had a bit of confusion across December from Mercury retrograde or for whatever reason, probably from about the 7th of January, because there's a shadow period after the 1st of approximately a week, you should notice some improvement. Things are going forward. Things are not delayed. They're travelling more smoothly in your life. So that's the first thing to note. We have the first real Mercury retrograde of the year, 21st of February to the 17th of March. It's in Pisces. So it could bring up some emotional communications or some communications about spirit, for example. It could bring up communications about important relationships, your husband, your wife, your business partner, so personal or business. But there's a lot happening in here with a lunar eclipse. And remember, with eclipses, lunar or solar, their effects can last up to 6 months. So you've got Neptune, you've got a lunar eclipse, you've got Saturn, you've got Mercury retrograde. It's busy to do with significant partnerships, basically. Just be careful with Mercury retrograde there that you don't have any miscommunications or misunderstandings around business partners or personal significant people to you. They could be in Pisces, they could be quite emotional. We have the next Mercury retrograde, 18th of June to the 12th of July, and this is in Cancer up here, to do with your hopes and dreams, but also your friends, groups and associates. Again, be careful of miscommunications and misunderstandings. Sometimes there's issues with technology with Mercury retrograde. It could be if you're going out socialising or going to an event that the time and date get mucked up or something like that. So put everything in writing if you can. And then the final Mercury retrograde is 30th of October to the 20th of November in Scorpio. And it's in your third house of communications. This is likely to be quite intense, with compelling, deep emotions coming up, as well as communications. It could be something to do with promotion, marketing, or publishing. So it's not a great time to publish anything during Mercury retrograde here, because you could come up with some really intense emotions around it, and there's some sort of delay or, again, technical problem, technology problem, something like that. It's not the best time for signing a contract, because what usually happens is when Mercury turns direct, you have to go back and revisit the contract, and something's changed. You order a white car, but you can only get a blue car, for example. The good thing about Mercury retrograde, these 3 lots of Mercury retrograde, is anything you start, say, a week before these dates, 21st of February, 18th of June and 30th of October, anything started before, a week before, it's great to pick it up again and finish it. So you might have started something, maybe a craft project, maybe you're sewing or knitting or something, or researching something to start a project, and you just didn't get it finished, you ran out of energy. It's great to go back and finish it off. Also, with Mercury retrograde, people from the past come back. There's things like school reunions, or you hear about someone you used to know that you haven't heard from for a long time. You get some news about them, so things can come back from. So that's it, Vivacious Virgos. That's your overview for the year. I will, of course, be doing, like I said, a Mercury retrograde video or 2 or 3 during the year as the retrogrades come up. The other thing to note is Mars goes retrograde at the end of the year in December, but there is no Venus retrograde. So basically, for relationships, they can proceed as normal without the normal relationship slowdown. With Mars retrograde, of course, then there's an energy slowdown, or people get a bit irritable or sometimes there's arguments. So that's right at the end of the year, but it doesn't directly affect you because it's not your ruler. It will affect an area of your life though. But I'll talk more about that as we come up to it. So thank you once again. I just want to wish you a very happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Not everybody does, but for everyone, I want to wish you a very content, peaceful and safe 2024. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and a comment. That would be fabulous, and share on your socials. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now.